So we will miss Miss Dolly. Interestingly enough, I know that's one of the next named storms.
Yeah, it is.
How about that?
Dolly was on our list for the 2026 season, and that is the next name that the Hurricane Center would be using or will be using.
Wow.
We do have an area of high possible development in the Atlantic, so we could see Dolly here in the next couple of days as a tropical system. But so far this year, we've seen Arthur as a tropical storm, Bertha a tropical storm, both impacting Texas, by the way, and then Cristobal was out in the middle of the Atlantic. And so Dolly right now, not a named storm, but the storm that has a chance of becoming Dolly, it's this one. We're not worried about this one really anymore. It just has a low chance of development. But this tropical wave that is now near the Cape Verde Islands, it is going to continue to be moving to the east. There is some decent convection associated with that system, and so the National Hurricane Center is investigating it. It's currently in Vest 96L. Spaghetti models take this storm a little bit north and just barely north of the Caribbean islands. As this high pressure ridge weakens a little bit over kind of the central Atlantic, they may be able to curve a little bit more north. Right now, not worried about that storm, potential storm impacting Texas. This time last year, in fact, almost to this exact time, it was 10 p.m., Hurricane Harvey was making landfall on this day 9 years ago as a Category 4 hurricane with 130-mile-per-hour winds. That storm started there off the coast of Africa as a tropical wave. It then became a tropical depression on August 17th, tracked into the Caribbean Sea August 19th, and then the Bay of Campeche happened. August 23rd, it moved in, started to get tropical storm strength again, and then, as we know, it was Category 4 after rapidly intensifying and some warm water that cut off from the loop current there, and the rest is essentially history. But then Harvey stalled as it became a tropical storm again and really flooded Houston in the coming days as well. But of course, the strongest winds really impacted the Rockport-Fulton area. Port Aransas hard hit as well as Aransas Pass. A lot of recovery still happening. The Senior Center reopened this year there in Aransas Pass. The police emergency response center opened in Port Aransas, and so we are still recovering from that storm, and it takes a while to recover from a hurricane. Now it's 85 degrees, though. Feels like it's 95 still. Moderate air quality. We do still have a little bit of Saharan dust and whatnot in our atmosphere, but high pressure is really dominating. Now, we do have a weak front. We don't have to worry about the front here in South Texas, but you can see the rain is more so moving around this upper level high that's parked over very much so the Big Bend region of Texas. And so that's going to bring in some drier air down into our area. It's going to increase our temperatures. We have a heat advisory ready for tomorrow. Heat index values are expected to get at or above 110 tomorrow. If our rainfall map loads, you'll still see there is a gap. The high pressure gap is getting a little more south, but it is still there and does still include South Texas. Now that front, there are going to be some storms that move south with the front. Again, not going to see a cold front here in South Texas, but we will see the moisture increasing with that front kind of squeezing out some moisture, and essentially our temperatures do drop a little bit, but our heat index values do not. We are still talking heat index values around 111, 112 as we head into next week. Tomorrow's record high 101. I don't think we make it into the triple digits, but our heat index values will be there into 110 or higher, as we are expecting a major heat risk for tomorrow. And what that means is wet bulb temperature 90.1 or higher, and Corpus Christi may not reach that number, but all of those areas you saw in red on the map, which is all of the brush country, is expected to get up to that number. High temperatures across the area. We're in the triple digits, 99 in Corpus Christi tomorrow, and a couple of important things to know. We have the major to extreme heat risk, not only tomorrow, but into Thursday, possibly Friday. Elevated fire danger comes along with these hot temperatures and slightly drier air over the brush country, especially. We do see a low chance for some rain as that high pressure starts to slide a little bit more over Texas. It starts to push more of that energy from the front a little bit more south. And then when we get the sea breeze kicking in, we could see a few pop-up storms as early as Thursday. Now, 20% more so for the brush country, but we do have a slight uptick in our rain chances there on Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, still keeping at roughly a 10% chance of rain. Temperatures still staying above average, which, by the way, is now